played. Amazing.
Another W, but how did we even get in this situation? And how do we even win an endgame in ranked by yourself? I'm about to break it down. Okay, guys, so this is the first time I'm trying to do this, so forgive me if it's a bit raw and a bit fresh. I'm just trying to get this sort of going. If you like this sort of content, though, let me know in the comments below, and I'll do more of these as and when I can with some of my ranked games, maybe even some of my regular games. Anyway, let's break it down. This is the start of the clip. I'm going to roll some footage in a minute. This is what we've heard previous to where the clip starts. These are where my enemies sort of are according to gunshots that we've heard. So let's start it off with what is our immediate danger, and that is obviously the closest red circle. You can see I've got to highlight here. I am on this white sort of circle, and I need to figure out how I'm making my way into the game zone, which is more to the west of me. It's a little bit difficult. Obviously, you're fighting multiple people. I'm on my own, and I've got to go up this massive ridge, which is being kept. Let's roll the first clip, and we'll break it down from there.
You have a stun. Easy.
Okay, so first gunfight down, pretty simple. I got some comms from my teammates. They was letting me know I had a stun on my bag. That's a really helpful comms because sometimes when you're in these gunfights, you don't always know. So just having that one voice, we had Boat in this game who does IGL quite a lot for us, even though honestly he's quite ass. We love Boat. It gives me a great comm. I have the stun. I make it use of it, and basically I take down the fight. I win a good 1v1. You've got to win those 1v1s if you're going to win these games. You're not always just going to get those easy picks. But then, as you notice, as soon as we get the kill, we basically get absolutely hounded by this team, right? They just start putting shots down range at me, and that's really bad for me. I didn't want to have to make noise, but I had to take the 1v1, had to win that. But now we've got what we need to do. Basically, we need to rotate up the hill. Now, the best way to do this for me is actually there's a big rock around here, which you'll see in the next clip. I have to play that because I need to play some cover. But the idea behind this is we don't want to go right, because if we go right, we're going to go into more shots that we know are exactly there. They could be watching for us. They could be trying to gatekeep us. So we definitely don't want to go to the right. What we want to do is go left and force this team in the middle into all of the rest of the teams, so we have our back to zone and we can fight forwards and not have to worry about our behind getting snuck up on. That's basically all you can do. Could there be a rat in this lower location? Absolutely, but you have to just go on what you've heard in the game and trust your instincts on that. So if I can rotate around the southern side of the zone, I can force this team just a bit up and across, maybe up towards here, and it will create a bit more of a fight. So let's roll the next footage.
You can run the left ridge.
Yes, thank you.
The guy far left's getting tagged. One left of his dead.
Oh my days. Where is
That
that
guy one
gone?
shot up left. 250.
I think I fucked myself, bro.
That's huge.
That is actually huge. I think I just gotta let that smoke go off and play the longest rap of all time.
They won't expect it.
It's the big Beely flank, boys. Okay, so we've actually rotated now, and you see I miss a few shots. That happens. Unfortunately, if I missed any more, it's probably going to be absolutely toasted by these guys. But I hit a clutch heading with the Mini 14. Now, what that does is you can go, okay, you've knocked one player, but actually, if you think about it, you've kind of knocked two, because one player has to hold the res. They're being pressured by the other team. You could see that. I sort of left the guy on the right to sort of do what he wanted. I could have put more pressure on him, but decided, honestly, that's not my fight. If I leave him up, it's more pressure on the other teams that I'm trying to progress against. I'm not in the middle of the game zone where I can just shoot at everybody. I kind of have to try and finesse the lobby how I would like it. So basically what I do is I rep south after the knock, because that knock's giving me just enough time, as you saw in the clip, just enough time to get to that extra rock. Once I've got to that hard cover, then we can really apply the pressure, because that team's in a sandwich and they've no hard cover. So let's roll some more footage.
One knock on this team.
What are you doing? I just gotta
It's
try.
still two teams. It's a 1v2v1 or something.
Seeing. Grandpa
Or
Flowers on his own.
1v1v2.
Yeah. Grandpa
Yeah.
Flowers on his own. It's 1v1v1. Okay, so we put the shots in that team's back. Like I said, we left that other team to basically sort of shoot them in the back, and that's exactly what happened. So we got really rewarded for that bit of patience and that little bit of, like, how do you put it, allowance of other teams to live, which actually benefits you in the end. So not always taking every player out is beneficial. So we put the shots here. We take out this team that was holding us out, which is really nice for us. That's really huge, like getting rid of them. And then we've basically found out that this team here that we had a big question mark, we didn't really know what they was doing at all. They've actually been fighting this team for the longest time, and they die too. So we actually get the information now on what is Grandpa Flower, and he's playing this high ground along here. And basically what we have to do is we have to get there soon, because the circle shifts to him. So we kind of make even more inroads, and we go settle for the 1v1. But he has the high ground, and high ground in third person is honestly everything. It's really difficult to fight uphill in third person just because of the camera angles. So we need to make a decision here. How do we fight somebody that has high ground and isn't really going to miss me? I do have a lot of smokes in my bag, and this is exactly why you'll need them. I'm going to roll the footage, and then we'll talk about it after. I'm sure he's seen.
Was he on that tree?
Yeah. He for sure saw me, but I just got to do what I can do.
Yeah, he did.
He's on that rock. He's back up to the top.
It's a fake smoke. He's just... On that tree, you see him? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I got 5 smokes to go. Not gonna be easy. I'm just gonna have way more util, way better scopage.
Maybe zone shifts to you, because they're still phase 8.
Yeah. I'm feeling a straight up gut and just chancing it.
Either way, I like your odds.
Definitely
Might
throw the
have smoked
smoke still.
Yeah, you
But-
could definitely get smokes up to the ridge for sure.
He's just gonna keep peeking and re-peeking, on-peeking, like... He's on the tree still.
All right, so as you can see, we chipped the smoke line down. So we used about 4 or 5 of our smokes to basically make a massive line of sight that he can't see us in. And what I've done is I've actually placed it right next to this tree. I've just marked the tree in like sort of a green blob here. So the smoke line's gonna cross, and then I've got the tree, which I'm gonna use as hard cover. This is in case he pre-fires a smoke, hits me heavy, and I just need that hard cover to make sure I can live through it. But what we need to do here is to deal big damage. If we can deal damage to him to get him to basically retreat, lose his line of sight over us through the smoke, we can then rotate right under this mountain. I'll just mark it here. We'll just rotate right under this mountain underneath him, and he won't even know we've moved there. He won't know we've adjusted it. And basically, watch poetry in motion right here. This is how we got the winner chicken dinner.
One bullet. Outplayed. Amazing.
Yes, sir.